Sometimes expeditions are planned in your mind for many, many years. You let them grow. Sometimes they stay, and sometimes they start to continue growing. This expedition was something that I planned on Mount Everest, actually, when I did the 7 summits, the highest point on all the 7 continents. And I thought, what about going from the North Pole to the South Pole? Because that's something that nobody's ever done before. What motivates me? Like 20 years ago, my motivation was different from what it is now. Now I think it's more of a nature experience. At that time it was more like to prove something. Now I don't feel I have to prove anything. I feel that I know that I can do everything that I set up, everything that I set my mind to. Biking and skiing. From the North Pole it was actually 47 days non-stop walking with the skis and 110 kilo sled behind my back. And then it's been biking for quite some time now through Canada and United States, and now next few days into Mexico. Yeah, that wasn't actually that funny. I mean, it was afterwards talking about it, but at that time, imagine having your plastic boots, your skis, your down jacket, everything on, and then you just feel the ice just going to crack under, and you fall into the cold water, and it's like minus 20 outside, and it takes like 2 days just to warm up. As a brand ambassador for Audi, it's one of the most interesting part is that they are creating everything customized for my needs, which is perfect because when you're gonna use the sleds, it has to be light, it has to be strong, it has to be fast. So they're actually taking my needs and they're producing it around it. They use the materials from the cars and they put it into the sled. And also with the bicycles, we are creating something that nobody's ever seen before. You have to create a bicycle that you can use in jungles, in deserts, through cities, highways, and in cold and in heat. So for me to use the best materials in the world with design and with my needs together, we create something nobody's ever seen before. I try to do everything that I want to in life. I try to fulfill my dreams. I think it's very important to have dreams, to have goals. And it doesn't really matter if you achieve it or not, as long as you keep on trying. I think we all have like a circle, a comfort zone, and within the comfort zone everything is pretty comfortable, but outside it can be really, really scary. But you can never reach a goal in life if you don't step out of the circle. I'm just trying to do it in my way, and there is no such a thing as impossible. I have a teacher, like this t-shirt that I made for my lectures. It says impossible, but with the 2 first letters spelled in another color, so I'm possible. So it is possible. First of all, you have to plan and you have to be prepared for everything. But what I learned during my expeditions is that you cannot prepare for it. When I was kayaking from Stockholm to Africa, I had a shark biting in my kayak. That was the moment when I thought okay, hey, it doesn't really matter how I prepare myself. So when I was climbing Everest, I told the people that I was climbing with, have you calculated with everything? Yeah. Including things falling from the sky, hitting your head from space? No, we didn't. Do that, because I had a shark biting in my kayak, so anything can happen, I'm looking forward to see the organization and how they work. There's one called Operation Smile. I don't know what you call it in English. Yeah, and they build it together for a couple of $100. They just change it like a child's life. And also, with ECPAT and with UNICEF and all these organizations, they actually change the world so much. And to be a part of that and to see the work they do, to see the operations, to see their life and their spirits, when you look at them, it's just like glowing. I love that. I will go to Tibet or India, I haven't decided yet, and I will spend 100 days with a monk in a monastery studying meditation and studying the 8th summit, which is when I travel on the 7 continents doing the 7 summits. My conclusion was that the exploration is not on the 7 points, it's within yourself. So wherever you travel, you have the exploration with you and you grow as a person. So that will be now my next expedition. I will do the exploration on the inner side of myself.